Hey guys, what's going on? This is Andrew here today, and we're going to be comparing both the Xbox Series X and PS5 8 months in. Wow, can you believe that we're already 8 months into both of these systems? That's just absolutely insane. Time is going by really fast. To start off, let's take a look at the Xbox Series X. Recently, Microsoft and Bethesda had their E3 conference, and for the first time in a while, we're seeing many exclusive games coming to Xbox and PC, including the highly anticipated Starfield, and then other games like Stalker 2, Shredders, Replaced, The Outer Worlds 2, Forza Horizon 5, and Redfall, and some others as well. Regardless of us not seeing much gameplay of these announcements, from what we did see, it all looks like a huge step up from last generation visuals, so I am very excited. On top of what they announced for exclusives, they also announced a major amount of titles that are going to be coming to Game Pass, and I believe the biggest titles that were included that aren't Microsoft exclusives are Back 4 Blood, a game that I literally almost pre-ordered, Contraband, and Yakuza Like a Dragon. I and many others are wondering now if we should even buy games on Xbox, since it seems like everything is eventually coming to Game Pass. I mean, I just bought Yakuza this holiday, and I literally almost pre-ordered Back 4 Blood before it was delayed. Besides what was announced at E3, there hasn't been much more added to what we have right now, minus a few more big games added to Game Pass. Overall, Microsoft still is being consumer friendly, and let's hope that they don't start changing that. But on top of that, I feel like we still need to get newer experiences on the platform. I still feel like I'm basically playing on an Xbox One with better hardware, so I really hope we start seeing newer stuff soon. Next up, let's start talking about the PS5. Unlike Xbox, they decided not to participate in E3, which starts to make me think that E3 will eventually die out. At some point, they will have their own separate conference, and by then, we will hopefully see what else is coming. Last month, I mentioned that I was going to wait until this month to let you all know how the community perceived Ratchet & Clank and Rift Apart, and it seems like I and many others loved it like crazy, which means that we now have a decent-sized library of lovable exclusive games that you can't get elsewhere. Well, some of those are also on PS4. On top of those exclusive games that we see now, Sony has purchased 2 more studios, and those include Horsemark and Bluepoint. I don't know if I pronounced Horsemark right. Onto a negative note, Sony seems to be doing something that is pissing off a lot of people, and that is making director's cuts of games from last generation and charging full price for them. On top of that, they aren't giving those original owners of the game the free upgrade, nor giving those with the PS4 director's cuts the free upgrade either, which is starting to show that Sony is getting to be very greedy. On top of this, Sony is also making it very hard for indie devs to get their games onto PlayStation, and many of those devs are going elsewhere. Overall, the PS5 has a lot to offer so far, but Sony still seems to be going down a path that could end making them lose out on a lot of sales. Now let's compare the two consoles. In terms of new exclusive experiences, Sony is still on top since they have a bigger library as well as more recent games. In terms of the better deal, Microsoft seems to have a major edge due to Game Pass. We saw a lot of great games come to Game Pass this month, as well as a glimpse of what we're going to be seeing in the next few months thanks to E3. This also means that it was a bit more of an exciting month to be an Xbox owner rather than a PlayStation owner. So overall, I had a better Series X experience this month, but I still had a great amount of time playing the PS5 thanks to the new Ratchet & Clank and the free games that are coming with PlayStation Plus. Sony really needs to take some serious advice from Microsoft when it comes to pro-consumer moves, because right now, things aren't looking so positive, and it's causing to actually not only have people get pissed off, but indie devs get pissed off. Anyway, guys, that's my take on the PS5 versus Xbox Series X 8 months in. I know some of you will disagree with my take, but this video is simply off of my opinions. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I will see you all in the next one, and obviously, I will be making a PS5 versus Series X 9 months in next month. So be sure to tune in for that.